Hello, 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 and welcome to Get Comfortable by Lizana-Prodeaux. I am the voice behind Get Comfortable. Very, very happy that you guys are here with me today. I took a little break from posting yesterday as I had some things that I needed to do. But I'm back and I have a message for you guys. Thank you for all the views, like, shares, and subscribes. We are very, very close to 800 views. We're currently still at 16 subscribers. So if you do feel led to subscribe, please don't hesitate to push that button. Let's jump right into it. So oftentimes, when we are searching for whatever it is that we want to do with our lives or just our interests, we don't become obsessed with it, and we obsess about so many other things that are negative, so many other things that don't give us life. But what we should become obsessive with is what's going to propel us forward. So for me, that has been growing this channel, finding different ways to engage with you guys, throwing around some ideas, and also being true and staying true to my schedule that I have outside of it, trying to make my mornings more seamless, trying to create a soft space for myself because I'm very, very busy. And so for you, it could be a myriad of different things, but also just adding to yourself. One of the things that I recently took on was reading a little more. I don't really have time to read, but I want to grow my vocabulary. I want to grow my mindset. I'm not a social media person. Like, I'm not on there often. I normally go on there briefly, maybe a time or two daily, but I'm never on there for longer than 5 to 10 minutes. And I was never that person to be on social media a lot, but I also know that I don't take time to allow my brain to decompress so that I can receive downloads, so that I can be more in tune with what God and the divine want me to do. And I think you have to engage also in mindless activities. But then you also have to do things that expand your horizons and expand your mind. And that all leads to becoming obsessive with the things that help you grow. So for me, what's helping me grow is this channel. I've been sharing a lot lately on this channel in hopes that me sharing my bits and pieces of my life more and more will help somebody else. I have a lot to share. I've had a lot of experiences, good and bad, and I just hope that those experiences can help somebody else. But I have to become more comfortable with what I'm saying and become more comfortable with sharing and realize that I'm just a vessel, So again, becoming obsessive with what it is that you want. So I was watching a video, because that's one thing I do in my pastimes. I do like to watch podcasts. I do like to watch things of value. Sometimes I like to watch funny things also, because I'm very, very silly. But I was watching a podcast on somebody, an actor, and he was talking about, he was being asked like what he's focusing on right now, and for him it was like growth, financial stability, generational wealth, and making his team more seamless and cohesive. And so over the next, I want to say, year, 6 months, but within the next 6 months to a year, I am going to have to create a team that has nothing to do with this channel, and it resonated with me. So I do want to do some research on, choosing a team, and also like working on to remove like your ego from everything, because that creates friction that you don't need. So I'm gonna have to, if you guys have any suggestions for books that I should read to help me with that process and creating a team, being there for my team. I feel like I'm very empathetic, so I can almost see what somebody needs, be able to give people what they want. I feel like I'm a really good leader with that. I just want everything to mesh and nobody to feel like they're stepping on anyone's toes, and for everybody to get along. So, I'm interested to know in the comments what it is that you guys are focusing on and what it is that you guys are obsessing over. Right now, I'm reading a book on habits, the power of habit. I can't remember who the author is, but I started reading this book back in about 4 to 5 years ago, and I put it down. I picked it back up. I find that, sometimes our habits aren't good, and I'm trying to break away from certain habits. So I wanted to see, what's the best course of action for that. So instead of me listening to a podcast or digesting something quickly over a short amount of time, I decided I'm just going to, in my small downtime, just take a piece of this book every day if I can. I skipped yesterday, but I skipped a lot of things yesterday just for some leisure time that I needed for myself. And I think I'll dive into it if I have some time today. I normally try to read before bed so that it kind of resets my mind so that I can have clear thoughts before bed. They have nothing to do with my day or me processing things from work or anything like that. So yeah, I just wanted to share with you guys what's been going on with me, but also just, tell you guys to, delve into you. Like, start to unpack whatever it is that you need to unpack for yourself, and whatever that could be. If you know you need growth with creating relationships, then become obsessive with that, because that could be like the very key to your success. If it's speaking in front of people and you're afraid of that, then put yourself in situations and become obsessive with, public speaking, whether that's taking a class so that you can become more familiar, or whether it's, reading a book, or I don't know, talking to people more. I was talking to my nail tech the other day, and she told me she used to, before she started her business, and she's very successful now, but in the beginning, she didn't really know how to approach people, and she wanted to be approachable, but that's not something that she did. She was more so a chill person, and putting herself out there seemed like really icky for her. But she has since forced herself to, or become obsessive with going up to women and giving them compliments. And in turn, it has made some of the women uncomfortable, because I find that women, or just people in general, find it hard to take compliments sometimes. And so she did that, but it made her uncomfortable. But in turn, she gained confidence and, was able to engage her clients better. So, any little thing that you feel that will help you at this time, get into it. Get into it, see where it takes you. Yes, it's scary, but we all got to do stuff that we're not comfortable with, for growth. I got some stuff I need to, I really need to delve into. I'm not a great public speaker. I speak well, I feel, and I'm able to get my points across, but I'm not a great public speaker, like in front of a crowd of people. But I've gotten better over the years. Before I was like really, really scared. Now it's like, I don't really want to do this, but I'm not as scary about it as I used to be. Um, but yeah, if it's business and just not learning the mechanics of how it works, like get into it. You have to become obsessive with whatever it is that you want to do and the different components that make it up. So you can want to start something, you can want to become better, but there's little pieces that are involved to get there. I'm trying to think of something. If you start in a brand of water, for instance, and I'm just picking this up because I'm looking at my bottle of water right now. It's not just, let me get an LLC or a corp, S corp, this corp, whatever, and grab some water from somewhere and put it in a bottle. No, where's the water coming from? How much are you going to give the people? Is it going to be 16 ounces? Is it going to be 24? Is it going to be 32? What bottles are you using, and how toxic will the bottles be? Will they not be toxic at all? Will you make them out of cardboard, plastic? Will they have BPA in the bottle? Where are you getting the water from? What if you're using spring water? Where are the springs that are near you? Or are you going to go further out and get it from somewhere else that's nowhere near you? Where are you sourcing this stuff from? It's more to it. How does it taste? What minerals are in there? Are there any minerals at all? How does this compare to other waters, and what makes you stand out? Those are research tactics. There's a little bit of putting the product out, so you're going to have to public speak or get somebody to do it. What team do you have around you? Are you going to be doing all this by yourself? Because you might be burnt out. It's a process. And when it's something you want to do to make yourself successful, something you want to do that changes your life, you have to become obsessive about it. Even if it's a relationship that you want to work, that's not working. You married and you see your marriage is on the rocks, but you really wanted to work. I'm saying this for people who want it to work. Become obsessive with making it work. And then, allowing your partner that space to become obsessive with making it work too if they want it. It's all a thing. So that's the message I have for today, because I have to be getting on with the rest of my day so that I can take care of all the other things that I have to deal with. So I love you to the moon and back, guys. I truly, truly do. And I'm going to be making some changes soon to this channel when I get some downtime. I thought this week would be that week, but it's not. So I will be reaching out to you guys soon, letting you know what changes are coming and what things we're going to do differently, or what stuff will be added. I do know it's coming. There's a coming time for me to change some stuff and for me to enhance this channel. So I'm just waiting for that moment, that special moment. I'm not there yet, but it's coming. So please stay tuned for those changes, probably within the next month or so. I love you guys to the moon and back. But God loves you more. Please take care.